Hello friends, today we are going to practically launch an EC2 instance with Elastic IP address attaching in the AWS account. Firstly, we need to know what is meant by IP address. IP address is used to communicate with the servers or to establish connection between the machines. In this case, we are using this public IPv4 address. So these addresses are internet addressable. So whoever knows the public IP address from their local machine, they can see it. When it comes to any organization, they will be using a different private IP address. So whenever we launch an EC2 instance, we'll get a different IPv4 address. Whenever we stop that, we are going to lose it. So in this case, we're gonna get an elastic IPv4 address for a constant purpose. Let us see what is meant by elastic IP. Elastic IP can be switched to any EC2 instance within the same region. So we are using this for long time projects. It is a constant public IP address. So it will be given for an AWS account. We can switch this elastic IP address to any instances whenever we require. So let us configure that. I have just created an EC2 instance of named demo for IP. If you see here, this is the IPv4 address, and I'm going to configure it using putty tool. Let us connect it. I'm going to give the connection timeout, and I'm going to change the font size, and I'm going to authorize the key of private key which I had selected while launching the EC2 instance. If you need to know about that, in the last video I had configured that. You can see that EC2-user. I'm going to switch into root. Firstly, this is the EC2 instance new one, so we need to launch an package. For that we need to install that. We are going to start the process. Check the status of that one. It is running in the active state. Let me clear the screen, and I am going to enable that, because whenever I close this one in the background I need to run it, so I am using this enable. So I have enabled it. So I need to host a website, web application here. So let us get inside the directory /var/www/html. If you see here, there is no file. Yeah, there is a file here, sorry. I'm going to edit it. Escape+I into insert mode. I'm going to write something here. This is for elastic IP. Escape +:wq. So I have saved this. Let us get inside into AWS now. Half of the work has completed. If you see here, this is my IPv4 address. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste this in the new console. If you see here, this is working or not. Oh, it is taking a long time. In the meanwhile, let us see what is meant by elastic IP address. So elastic IP address is reserved for public IP address that you can assign to any EC2 instance in a particular region. So these are the codes to install an Apache package. So once we buy an elastic IP, it will be assigned to our account. We can switch that elastic IP to any of our instances. So public IP address, whenever we launch, we're gonna lose this IP address. Even our laptop has different IP address. Whenever we switch off or switch on, we'll get a different IP address. Let us see the security group for this thing. Let me edit the ones. Yeah, I need to edit the rules here. If I add rule, because I'm using the Apache server, so I need to add an HTTP here. HTTP anywhere. I'm going to change this into anywhere. Save it. Yeah, this thing will work now. Let us refresh now. We'll be getting this. Yeah, we got it. Let us get inside to instances. If I select this demo for IP address, I have this public IP address. So we are going to launch with an elastic IP address. For that, firstly we need to get inside this elastic IP. Elastic IP, it is a constant IP address. Let us start now. Allocate, close. And I am going to associate this IP address. This is a running one. And associate it. It had got changed. Close. So this is my IP address, the old one. Now I have associated it with an elastic IPv4 address. If I get inside into instances now, if you see here, the elastic IPv4 address has been changed. So this was the old one, this IP address. Now I have got a new one. Whenever I switch into any other organization or any other work, whenever we need to use, this is my constant IPv4 address, which is elastic one. We can also switch. So if you see here, there is an option of switching elastic IPs. I have deassociated it and I am going to associate with any other thing. So I can associate with any other instance. So this completes the elastic IPv4 address. Let us check. Okay, let us check first. So this is the running one. We can associate with any other thing. I'm going to reassociate it. Close. Let us get inside into instances. Let us check now. I'm going to copy and I have replaced this. If you see here, this is the result. This is a old one and it got replaced with elastic IPv4 address. So thank you so much guys for helping me to get new subscribers for our channel. Thank you so much. Keep supporting.